Hey, everybody, a bit of news from Oakland, or well, technically related to Oakland, but California Capital Investment Group, ran by my longtime friend Phil Tagami, who had his office once at the Rotunda at the corner of Telegraph and 16th Street, is now and has been really for a little bit in Concord. And now they purchased, actually, this deal happened a few months ago, but there was no sale price announced. Now we have a sales price. They bought the building that they were actually in from Bridge Investment Group, and Bridge Investment Group sold it to Phil Tagami and Lynn Epstein and Company for $40.5 million. Now, at one point, the building was valued at $70 million, and it works out to about, it's a $41 million deal that works out to about $110,000 per square foot. And the reports that were sent to me by email are that they bought the 369,000 square foot building called One Concord Center at 2300 Clayton Road in downtown Concord. And when the July sale happened, the San Francisco Business Times was the first to put it out, but they didn't put out what the price was. And I just gave it to you. Now, Bridge bought the office building in 2017 for $70.5 million, or $196 per square foot. And then it sank $20 million into revamping the office. And then on top of that, trying to keep its value increased and up. But the ultimate sale to Phil represents a 42.6% loss on its investment. Yeah, 42.6% loss. All right. And so the office building is regarded as one of the tallest in Concord. It's 2 blocks from the city's BART station. So you can just walk to the building if you want to. It has a deli, locker rooms, showers, that sort of thing. It's a gym in there. And it represents, though, a casualty of a rough and tumble office market, according to the Real Deal. And the vacancy rate in East Bay cities in the first quarter was 17.4%. It's worse than that now, with little demand, if any, for office leases. And so the $44.5 million that Phil and Company put in, a California Capital Investment Group, includes a core price of $38.2 million, and the assumption by the buyer of $2 million and $3 million in liabilities and debt. They got a discount because they assumed certain liabilities, and that came reported from William Epstein. And so this represents a kind of a change. And reportedly, California Capital spent, well, they were originally known for what's called adaptive reuse, but lately they've been on a tear of investing in distressed properties. They spent more than $90 million on a pair of office buildings in Contra Costa County. They worked to sell the Rotunda, but they now have a group of new investors, the name of which I'm not going to reveal here at all. And they have been on this strategy of buying these lower value properties for a new portfolio, a newly expanded portfolio, I think is more appropriate to say, and great for Phil and Company. So, but if you're wondering, hey, that's the same person that's involved in the battle with the city of Oakland regarding the Oakland oversized terminal, you would be correct. My company, Zenny 62 Media, was hired by Insight Terminal Solutions, the company that partnered with Phil to get out information that was being hidden by the city of Oakland, that revealed in total that it was the city of Oakland that found the coal market for Phil's Oakland oversized terminal project that he conceived of, because he rightly believed that it was a better way to achieve the objective by the federal government of reestablishing the low-skilled, well-paying jobs that the closure of the Oakland Army base was going to realize, as opposed to, say, a movie studio, which is another type of use that was proposed for the West Oakland Army Base site. However, starting in 2013, a man came along by the name of Tom Steyer, a former coal investor and later a presidential candidate, who sunk roughly $1.6 million of his money, maybe a little less than that, into seeding the United States legislative offices, particularly in California, with money to encourage elected officials toward policies that favor clean energy, not necessarily policies that favor, cleaning up fossil fuels, which I think is doable, but that's another discussion. But that wash of political money literally washed over the Oakland oversized terminal. The city of Oakland, which was the partner that discovered coal, then turned around and became a bad partner with respect to CCIG and placed a ban on the same coal operation that it told CCIG to get involved in. And then Pat Cashman had the Tioga Group write this report pointing to coal. But then in that same report said, well, CCIG isn't the organization that has the right people coming up with a development for the transport of minerals like coal, iron ore, sulfur. I might add that iron ore is 7 times dirtier, if you will, than coal, but there's no one talking about putting a ban on it. Keep that in mind. At any rate, the city acted like it never knew that the Oakland oversized terminal was going to allow coal to pass through from rail to container onto its ports of call overseas. But the development agreement, which I have a copy of and I put out for anyone to see, has written on it that coal is going to be one of the commodities hauled along with iron ore and the others. Is written right there. And it was signed by the city of Oakland back in 2013. Then the city tried to cover that up and then banned coal. Phil challenged them in court, won against it, the ban was removed, and the city has tried a number of really underhanded, and I have to say it just like that, stunts in order to harm the project, rather than just simply looking the bull in the horns and saying, hey, look, why don't we work with you to subsidize you to build technologies into this that assure that this will be a clean running facility, even with the handling of commodities. That's possible to do. We can put people on the moon, but some reason doesn't seem to want to do that sort of thing. And so at any rate, that and the pandemic and related developments from that, like for example, now Oakland City Council member Carol Fife spearheading an effort to actually have a 90 caravan group of cars go by Phil's house to harass him because they recognized him as the coal developer, which is not true. He's not a coal developer. OPOT is not a coal terminal either, but it was safer and better for CCIG to be out of Oakland, and that's where they are, which is unfortunate and very sad loss to the Oakland business community. But it doesn't seem that the current regime really cares about growing and maintaining great relationship with the Oakland business community, because if it did, it would establish tax increment financing under AB 464 Mullen and use that property tax money toward a bond issue, the proceeds of which could pay for a program to get money to small businesses in Oakland that need it the most, and security help as well. Oakland has done nothing. So that's the story. That's the news. And thank you, Falcon Forever. Falcon Forever writes here, it's nice to see your live, Zenny62. I'm going to listen to what you're saying. I've been a fan of your channel for years. Brother, keep making your channel grow. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much, Falcon Fan Forever. And hey, I'm going to have a segment on the Falcons too. If you want a special topic to be covered, you can send an email to me at Zenny at Zenny62media.net here. All right, right like that. Okay. And we'll get right to it. All right. That's the report, folks. Subscribe to Zenny62 and talk about Des and Ritter. Gotcha. talk about Zenny. Subscribe to Zenny62 and please bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. And hey, I have to send you the material that our Falcons specialist in England, David Squires, has written. And I'll get David on the matter as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. That ends this broadcast.